Hey everybody, Mr. Rogers here. Hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to start off our learning here by talking about speed, velocity, and acceleration. So let's get right into it. Let's start off with speed. So speed is how far something can go in a specific amount of time. So in order to have a good speed, you need two things. You need the distance and you need the time. That's it. So if we're riding in a car, you can see a speedometer right here, and the needle's pointing at 260, which means we're traveling 250 miles per hour. Or, really some of the most important things here, maybe your internet speed, for example. This one is sitting here at 123 megabits per second, and like I said, that's really the most important thing that's happening right now. We have a bunch of different examples of speed. You can see here we have the speed of sound, the speed of light, how fast a jet can go, or how fast a car is traveling. And notice all these say m/s. That's meters per second. So it's how many meters can this particular object travel in 1 second. Other examples can include, people running, or a slow snail, or even how slowly a glacier can move. And again, all of these are in m/s, meters per second. Now, it doesn't really matter what unit you use. Meters per second is a very common one. We can have miles per hour, feet per second, meters per minute, as long as you have a distance over a time. So it's a distance per time. When we switch over to velocity and speed are very, very similar. The only difference is that velocity has a direction. So let's take a look here. Let's say that you are in a car. Draw a little window there. Yeah, it's a car. This car is going at 45 miles per hour, right? If I say 45 miles per hour, that's not a velocity. That's a speed. So we got to get rid of that speed. In order to make this a velocity, we have to add in a direction. So I'm just going to write in north. And now that I have a direction, this is a velocity. Over here, we're talking about the speed of a jet plane. You can see here it says it's going 500 miles per hour west. Because it says west, that's a velocity. It needs to have the speed and the direction. Now, some of those can be, it doesn't have to be a specific north, south, east, west. You can say that they went across the street, or they went toward the door, or they went up, they went down, they fell off a building, or they climbed up a ladder. Or if somebody's asking you for directions and you want to give them a speed, you can say, that way. When we go up to acceleration takes all these things and it talks about not exactly how fast something is going, but how fast it's changing its movement. There are 3 different ways that accelerations can happen. The one that we all know is when something speeds up. If something speeds up, that is an acceleration. One that we don't really know is that slowing down is also an acceleration. Now, you may have heard somebody say decelerate, and it's not really a word. When we have something slowing down, it's still an acceleration, it just has a negative value. So it's a negative acceleration when we slow down. And the last one is any change in direction. So if I'm walking in one direction and I turn, that is still an acceleration, even if you're traveling at the exact same speed. So let's look at some scenarios here. Let's say this person up on the top here, it says I'm accelerating because I'm speeding up. If you were jogging and you see something that you want to run away from a little faster and you speed up, it's because you sped up, that's going to be acceleration. If you're on your skateboard and you're going down the street and you see something that makes you want to slow down, because you slow down, that's accelerating. Or a little buzz bee down here, you can see it's traveling at the exact same speed the entire time. But because he's going through these loop-de-loops, going up and down and changing its direction, every time it changes direction, that is accelerating. But what if it's you? If you get to school and it happens to be a Wednesday, and you're looking over there and you see Mr. Stafford, and since it's Wednesday, he's over there saying, hey, what day is it? Hump day! You look at that and you just stop on a dime. You were walking, but now you stopped. Because you slowed down, that's an acceleration. Or if you're sitting in a car at a red light. If you're sitting in the car at a red light, you're not moving at all, and suddenly the light turns green and the car begins to move. Because you have a change in your speed, you sped up, that's an acceleration. Or lastly, let's say that you're at H-E-B or at some grocery store, picking up some toilet paper or Purell. And you hear a familiar voice off in the corner, and it's Mr. Rogers. Oh, man. First thing you want to do is you're going to skirt, turn up, turn around the corner. Because you have changed your direction, because you turned, that's an acceleration. Even if you don't speed up or slow down, if you change your direction, you have accelerated. I hope this video is helpful for you guys. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please be safe out there. Wash your hands. We miss you. We miss you so much, more than you could possibly know. If you have any questions, please email your teachers and be on the lookout for any places that we can help you. Again, thanks for watching, and take it easy, y'all.